What is it like, or what was the experience like bringing on AGEOD? How did that even transpire that you guys brought on this? It's a pretty storied team in AGEOD. They're well known. I mean,
We actually acquired it from Paradox. So they were Paradox France, I think they were called back in the time. And so we acquired the back catalogue and took on the team from Paradox. Um, they tried to integrate them there, and they were working on some things together, um, but it didn't quite work out. And initially, for quite a few years, they were using their old engine, but it became apparent that the team as it wasn't large enough to bring that engine forwards. And so that's when one of those examples, Phil, our technical director, then provided a new engine for them to bring the games up to a more modern kind of look and feel and generation. And that's what we worked on for a couple of years to build that for them. And now they're working on the next game in that series and the new engine.
that's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I don't know, you guys can continue to dance around it, but for those people who are playing like these historical games, these strategy games, it's definitely, I mean, I think the two leading figures in the field are Slitherine and Paradox. So we sit and we do make comparisons. I mean, we sit and we talk, and so how are the new Paradox games out of Slytherin? So I think Field of Glory Empires was a wonderful surprise from that perspective, and that Paradox had a similar release compared to Rome, and I think by most people's opinions, Field of Glory really, I mean, Field of Glory Empires, of course, really made a mark on the community, whereas maybe you can't say the same for the Paradox title.
We were pleased with the comparisons, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it's interesting because we were talking with Philippe at some point, and he was saying the same kind of thing. So it's kind of this nice small community where you see people bouncing around from one company to another. You know, people going from Paradox into Slytherin, or jumping around, and we also have Avalon Digital mixing in with the. I don't know how incestuous the community is, but it seems like there is a little bit of bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's a sign that it's growing as well, because it is becoming more of a community and a mini industry where there are multiple companies, and it's healthy for everybody. There's more competition. We're all growing the size of that market, because any one publisher or developer can't really build a community on its own, whereas multiple companies feeding it means that there's always something coming out. There's always news, and so it's healthy for everybody, really.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the more people who get interested in strategy games, it's essentially building the market for everyone else.